Curmel Moton has confronted Gervonta Davis after the recent feud between him and his mentor, Floyd Mayweather. However, it's actually gone beyond the feud as Tank Davis has also canceled Curmel Moton from his undercard, and it's about to get even more brutal between Davis and Moton, as Moton is taking his mentor's place in the feud on Tank versus Frank Martin undercard. However, after Gervonta, a fast-rising star and the youngest signer of Mayweather Promotions, Curmel Moton has broken his silence regarding the ongoing feud between Davis and Mayweather. Curmel Moton has had a good relationship with his mentor, Floyd Mayweather, and also with the boxing superstar, who used to also be a protege of Floyd Mayweather. The feud has sparked so much controversy in the world of boxing, and countless boxing professionals have had their say on the feud, including Shakur Stevenson and several other boxing professionals. "I made so many sacrifices, y'all looking at the end results. You're all not looking at where y'all going," Moton said. "Look at the interview, and Zab is going to tell y'all, with me being champion, with me already." The altercation between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis got intense after the boxing legend shared a video on social media criticizing young boxers of this generation. Floyd Mayweather questioned the focus of these boxers and how their passion is more about the money than boxing. The athlete argued that they're only looking at the finished product of who he is as inspiration, not the work he put in to get there. A lot of times what these fighters are looking at, they're looking at Floyd with the cars, they're looking at Floyd being flashy, Mayweather expressed. "Man, listen, I made so many sacrifices, y'all are looking at the end results, and when I was champion having hundreds of millions in the bank, I still was on my grind in that gym. Y'all are worried about your outfits, how your boots look, worried about the wrong things. A lot of you fighters are living check to check. Hey, can you want to come in? Tank, can I bring you in? I'd love to bring you in, only because I know for like the longest, Tank has had an issue with fight height with me. Like, pull him in, Mayweather added. Davis, however, took Mayweather's words as subliminals aimed at him and responded. Davis went to Instagram to rip into his former mentor, asserting that Mayweather shouldn't be worried about him and should be focused on escaping an alleged hostage situation in Dubai. He reposted Floyd's rant and began his brief attack. "Guy says all this nonsense, but he's in Dubai and can't leave because he's been taking guys' money and not doing what they paid him to do. The guy is a freaking hater," Davis typed in response. Floyd then shot back on Friday, April 26th, the very next day after his initial post. The acclaimed boxer posted several videos alleging that the boxer had a little sugar in his tank. The videos found Davis dancing on TikTok and Instagram to Lil Uzi Vert's "I Just Wanna Rock" and Drake's "Thank Me Now." This led to some more back and forth between the boxing legend and his former protege. Shockingly, it soon got out of hand when Ryan Garcia exposed the controversial truth that Gervonta Tank Davis had an intimate relationship with Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya Mayweather. And here's what many boxing fans didn't know about Ryan Garcia's claims. Truly, there are some layers of truth in Ryan Garcia's claims, as Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather's daughter have allegedly been involved in a romantic relationship with each other. This led to some altercation between Yaya Mayweather and Tank Davis. And now, the most recent comment regarding this compounding feud has come from 17-year-old Curmel Moton. It's been said by many that Curmel Moton was talking out of pain and dissatisfaction at an issue he had with Gervonta Davis over Tank's upcoming fight against Frank Martin on June 15th. Talking about the ongoing feud and, of course, taking the side of his mentor, he said, replying to Davis's tweet, "You're the real liar. You're ungrateful, bro. I know what Floyd did to you and me too. You're everything you are thanks to him. You want to be as big as Floyd, and you can never go close. I bet you're losing your next fight for this." He then continued in another tweet, "I'm coming for you and your achievements." All of these came up after Curmel Moton shared a collage of pictures with his fans and followers featuring him and Floyd Mayweather, Jr., training at the gym. Another shot showed the undefeated former world champion assisting Moton in putting on his glove. "You saw Tank early on. What was that experience like? Like, replay that experience for me. Like, you coming out of it. What was your thought? I was nervous at first. I think I was 15 at the time. We sparked, so he wasn't really like trying to knock me out or nothing like that." Moton seemed clearly elated by the support and guidance he has been receiving from one of boxing's greatest. He wrote, "Best team in boxing. But soon, He received a response from Davis, now Abdul Wahid as the World Boxing Association lightweight champion, said, "Yo, idiot won't be on the June 15th card either." Typically, many would question why he would have said that. Well, it seemed Curmel Moton shared some information regarding his next fight. "Unfortunately, I will not be fighting next weekend on the 4th. I appreciate all of your support. Accept me back in June. I promise to put on a show," said Moton. Evidently, Curmel Moton was hinting at featuring in the June 15th, Davis now Abdul Wahid, Frank Martin undercard. Details regarding other card fights remain largely unavailable. However, the upcoming PBC Amazon Prime show features David Benavidez taking on Alexander Guzik in his inaugural light heavyweight fight. To many, it appeared that the estrangement between the boxing legend and his former mentee is spilling over to other channels. After Tank Davis tweeted Floyd Mayweather Jr. being stuck in Dubai on account of money he needs to pay back, after a follower quipped on checking whether the money was being held hostage in Dubai, it must have been as a result of this that Davis is overreacting to Curmel Moton and hindering him from featuring in the undercard of his match. He was going like he was using the speed on me, like we were both going speed for speed. And it was great. It was like a chess match. Did you understand in that moment? Just like how way back in 2015, they took up a young Davis's responsibility, nurturing him and taking him to world championship level. Team Mayweather took up the cause of another bright prodigy. And it's sad how the relationship between Davis and Curmel Moton has become, as Curmel Moton has always admired and modeled after Davis, once according him the respect of watching out for him in his early days, a while ago. A user posted 9-year-old Curmel Moton sparring with 10-year-old Robert Meriwether back in 2015, with Floyd Mayweather in the other ring shadow boxing. This caption set the stage, suggesting the legendary Floyd Mayweather's presence as a witness to the young talent's early endeavors. "Yeah, but I'm proud of him tonight. Like I said, we got a crazy team. A crazy team that believes in each other. We all believe in each other. We all stick together." However, Curmel Moton, whose professional record now boasts 3 fights and 2 knockout victories, swiftly entered the fray to correct this narrative, demonstrating his attentiveness to details both in and out of the ring. "Man, how you feeling, bro? First round knockout? Yeah, it's great. I like the pros. I feel like this is for me. You feel like you're made? Yeah, this is for me. Well, when are you ready to get back in there? Hey, talk to the man right there. Talk to the man right there," Moton tweeted in response. "That's Tank, not Floyd." This concise yet impactful correction shifted the focus from Mayweather to Gervonta Davis, another prominent figure in the boxing world and a key figure in Mayweather's training camp. Curmel once also sparred Davis and spoke very highly of their sparring session. In a revealing recollection, Curmel Moton reflected on a defining sparring session with Gervonta Davis, a memory that stands out in his early boxing journey. "I was nervous at first," Moton admitted, recalling the anticipation of facing Davis at just 15 years old. However, the encounter unfolded as a harmonious dance of agility rather than brute force. "But we were going like he was using the speed on me, like we were both going speed for speed," Moton described the session. Contrary to expectations, Davis didn't unleash his full power. "He wasn't really like trying to knock me out or nothing like that," Moton shared, likening the experience to a chess match, a strategic and intellectual exchange that proved to be both fun and profoundly instructive for the young boxer. Curmel Moton was barely 8 when he entered the Mayweather gym. Over the years under their tutelage, the Salt Lake City-born boxer sharpened his skills, which eventually saw him make an impressive amateur resume. Last year, September 30th, was a watershed moment in his life as the world watched him fight as a professional. Curmel Moton exhibited class, skill, and a strong chin when he locked horns with Anthony Cuba in a clash of undefeated hot prospects at Tim Tissue versus Sebastian Fandora undercard. Despite fighting against a tough opponent, he sailed through, captivating fans with his slick style, and has attracted the praises of many. Curmel Moton, aged 17, faced an older opponent in Cuba, who was 21 years old but outpointed him, ensuring he left the T-Mobile Arena on March 31st with his record intact. All judges' scorecards read 80-72 in favor of Moton, and he improved his record to 3-0. The Los Angeles native showed maturity beyond his age. This was the first time Moton had fought for 8 rounds, but he looked sharp and physically fit to fight over 8 rounds. Moreover, he didn't hesitate to bring the fight to Cuba and also didn't shy away from exchanging blows. He had been the aggressor since the first bell and maintained a high pace throughout the 8 rounds. In addition, Moton showed a strong chin as he ate 2 rights from Cuba in round 7. However, he seemed unfazed, kept moving forward, and unloaded punches. Such an outing prompted fans to draw parallels with another boxer who has gained fame with his skills and heavy hitting. Still only aged 17, Moton is ranked number 1 in Team USA with an astonishing 18 amateur titles to his name. And that's probably more than anyone else. Over the weekend, Curmel Moton fought the 3rd bout of his professional career against a much older and experienced Anthony Cuba. And after seeing it out to the scorecards, Moton emerged victorious. This was the first match that would be taking him to the scorecards. In his first 2 matches, he came out on top with knockout victories against his opponents. Coming from his most recent and most impressive triumph, Moton has been at the center of so much praise and support, with the most prominent one coming from his hero and the owner of the promotional team he signed to, Floyd Mayweather Jr. After the bout, Mayweather was seen in an interview where he was asked questions about the bout between Anthony Cuba and Curmel Moton. He was also asked about Moton and the relationship they both shared. When asked in the interview about Moton's emphatic win, Mayweather said, "I'm not surprised. It's what we all planned for. Anyone who's seen Moton knows he's headed for the very top. And this is just along the way. I'm very proud of him. I discovered him long ago, and he's done some crazy stuff at such a young age. He's bagged so many belts and won multiple amateur championships, and he's just getting better performance. I'm proud of him. We got a lot of other. We got some more young fighters up and coming, but tonight was his night, and then it's going to be another young fighter night. But we happy with the victory going, keep moving." Speaking about Moton's attitude, Mayweather also had much praise for him. He's a humble lad as well. He keeps his head down. He's so dedicated and disciplined. You won't get anywhere if you don't keep your heads down. I told him this. He's just 3 fights in, and he's got a long way to go. There's no reason to be proud. No one boasts about their amateur records, only the pro records are considered, and he's still very low on that, so he's got to stay low-key. When asked about their relationship and Moton being called the next Floyd Mayweather Jr., Mayweather answered, "We've got a decent relationship. We promote him and run his bouts for him. But individually, we both have got a decent relationship too. We have been close since he started here, and I've mentored him closely, so we're good. We all. I want everybody to follow him on all his social media platforms. Follow my guy, future world champion." However, Mayweather also had some more words of praise and encouragement for the teenager. "All I say to him is to keep firing, keep moving, and he's going to get there. He can go as far as beating my record. He can do way more than I did. He's a great guy, and we saw that on Saturday. He's going to explode the world with his boxing." And when one considers the records and achievements the 17-year-old Curmel Moton has amassed, one can only agree with all of Floyd Mayweather's comments. At just 16, he had sparred world champion and pound-for-pound star Gervonta Davis. With the two already being compared, Moton has also received the backing of current champs Errol Spence Jr., Shakur Stevenson, and Rolando Romero. But perhaps the greatest honor of all is that he keeps being touted as boxing's next big thing by its former pay-per-view king. In an old interview when he was a little younger, Mayweather has endorsed him in going ahead to become the next Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather, 46, said, "We don't know who's going to be the next Floyd Mayweather, but I truly believe this could be the next Floyd Mayweather." Despite the praise coming in thick and fast for Moton, the teen talent remains cool, calm, and collected. He said in an interview, "I can handle the pressure. I've been putting work in my whole life, and I'm used to it. I've been doing this since I was a little kid, so it's nothing new to me. Nicknamed Big Deal, he is currently mentored by Mayweather and has recently turned professional, with the third win of his career coming against Anthony Cuba. And repeatedly, he's been tipped to go all the way. Moton revealed Mayweather said, "I'm going to be a future world champion. That's the goal, to be the best in the sport one day. We're going to keep working hard, and we're going to get there." Alongside Floyd Mayweather, fans hailed Moton, with some referring to him as Tank 2.0. One fan believed Floyd Mayweather had an eye for talent, as the former world champion had first spotted Moton at his gym and sponsored his fights. Additionally, they labeled Moton as a beast like Gervonta Davis. They wrote, "Floyd definitely has an eye for real talent. This kid is a beast just like Gervonta Davis." Meanwhile, a user saw a bit of B in him. They replied, "He's going to be very good. I see some Floyd in him." With over 21 amateur titles to his name, Curmel is arguably the most accredited junior boxer in the world and of all time. This kid has proven to be a serious animal in the ring and actually has acquired numerous technical knockouts to his record with a very slick and powerful style. While still a young prospect, Moton has already sparred with some of the best boxers in the world. This includes Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson, so it is safe to say that he does have some credibility in his opinion. However, only time will tell who comes out victorious in the battle among rivals. Curmel is unafraid to throw in the pocket, and his lateral movement shows early signs of a gifted athlete. It's been said that this kid can easily become a superstar with the guidance of Jeff and Floyd Sr. continue to be accepted and molded by Moton. For such a young kid, so many career makers around the sport understand he has made quite a few appearances on the Mayweather Boxing Club YouTube
that the plan was for him to be
in which he
inserted
provides
in swing
insights
bouts
to
on as
fight
many
predictions.
PBC
He has
Amazon Prime
previously
video cards
claimed
as
Anthony
possible to
Joshua
both
is
ensure
one of his
his activity
favorites,
and position
and
him
Carr's
for the type
style
of
shows
exposure
exactly
so many
why
believe
that
he
is.
deserves.
If there's one
Moton's
person
journey
who
in
is ready to
boxing started
carry
not
all the
long after
pressure and
Moton
do
turned
so
5 years
without
old.
any jot of
His father,
fear or
Curtis Moton,
anxiety,
introduced his
it's
son to
Moton.
boxing, moved the family
There's a
to Las
lot of hype
Vegas,
around me,
and started
and
showing
I've
his
got
son
big shoes
Mayweather
to
fight
fill.
videos.
I'm ready
That
for
made
it,
me dream,
and that's why
I
I'm
wanted
putting
to
in
be a
all
world
the work,
champion, and I took
Moton
it from
said.
there.
Piling
Moton
the
said
daunting
later in the
pressure of
interview.
being the next
The young
Floyd
protege was
Mayweather
asked
Jr.
how
to
he
a
ended up in
17-year-old
Mayweather's
seems
gym.
beyond
He
unfair.
then went on to
Yet
detail how
Moton
he
of
just
Las
started training
Vegas
in the
is
gym
off to a
and was noticed
three-start
by
and
Mayweather based on
embracing
his
the
skill.
grind that it's
By
going
age
to
8,
require to
Moton
transfer
was
his
led inside the
limitless skills
Mayweather
to the
Boxing
type of
Club and had the
accomplishments
good
his
fortune
mentor
of observing
achieved during his
Mayweather go
Hall
through
of
his
Fame
entire
career.
routine while he was preparing for what would become the most lucrative prize fight of all time, his 2015 bout against Manny Pacquiao. I was just studying him and watching how he did his camp. Not long after that, I started training at the gym and started sparring with some of the kids they had in there, Moton said. I started sparring them, and I